Welcome back to my channel where we talk about life, business, and everything in between. This week, we're going to talk about the importance of not creating codependent offers for your clients. I mean, let's be honest. I've worked with so many CEOs and entrepreneurs that reach the wall of burnout because they are creating codependency within their companies. When I first got started, I knew for sure, with so many different experiences and skills, I had no idea how I would leverage it. I had no idea how I had been moved from being in the world of mental health and therapy and then pushed now to solely work beside the visionary and the CEO with structuring and creating their companies. But then it all hit me. It all made sense because, to be honest, what I was doing in the corporate setting, working alongside the CEOs and creating and building teams and cross training, I had to now leverage that skill in the marketplace. Reason being is because there were so many reaching the point of burnout and being overwhelmed because they had either insufficient systems or just didn't have them at all. And so they struggled with creating the system, creating the clarity, understanding what they were doing from the outside looking in to create success within their companies. And so they pulled on me, leaned on me, and invested in my company to be able to help come alongside them and to be able to support them in that way. And so today I'm going to share 5 things that I think stood out that I saw that was kind of common when I was working alongside them. And so please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments and thoughts down in the comment section. Take a look and connect with me. There's links there. Connect with me. I look forward to connecting with you in a deeper way. And if you are a business owner, a professional service provider, or entrepreneur, and you're ready to scale and or grow start and or scale your company, I would love to partner with you. So please connect with me. Let's get started. So the first one is when you create codependency in your offer, codependency within your company, it can really push you to a place of burnout. And burnout is real. There's times where my client would just want to throw it all away, give it all away because they were actually experiencing burnout. It wasn't so much that they were failing in their companies because they were getting clients, they're making money, getting contracts. It was the point that they felt that they could not handle it, that they were not doing the best job for their clients or for the best job for their employees. And really it was because they were managing people, but they were not managing systems. We should manage systems, not people. Because when we manage people, we can really, really, really get to burnout sooner than later. Now, I'm not saying you should not be measuring results. I'm not saying you should not be measuring outcomes. But what I'm saying, if you are only measuring a person, meaning that the way they succeed or how they implement strategy, the results that they make, the money that they make, if you are internalizing that and personalizing that can lead you to a place of burnout. And so you want to make sure that you are not risking that you are fostering like the autonomy within your offer, the autonomy within the business model, your culture of your company. And you are really trying to build independent thinkers that are possessing the skill and mindset to be able to make decisions for themselves and not solely be dependent on you. Because in the long run, you can reach burnout because both parties are not there's not a buy-in from both parties. And therefore, if there's not a buy-in from both parties, then there's no accountability on both ends. It's kind of solely following on you. The next one is the sustainability. This creates a sustainability issue. If I purchase a product and or service from you, and you're telling me that if I purchase this service or if I invest in this service, I should be able to expect a tangible outcome. If it solely depends on you, the business owner, that is not sustainable. Think about DSW. It came to mind. This is a very famous shoe company and store, and when they carry different brands, but let's think about Steve Madden. They have a whole Steve Madden section. Steve Madden is not there himself making sure the shoes are positioned properly, making sure they're clean, making sure there's one of each size on the shelf. if he was doing all of that, how sustainable would his company be? How would he be in a position to almost be $1 billion industry company? It wouldn't be possible. And so you want to make sure that you're creating independence, that the sustainability is long term, that your consulting relationship is important, but it is not the anchor of the process or transformation that your customer or client is buying. You have to build up the ability, you have to kind of encourage your customer or client that they have the ability to be an independent thinker, and that yes, you're there for support, but you're not there to hold their hand. And you want to equip them with the skill to think. You want to instill in them that they have how you think. If you teach them how to like just how to fish, you want to be, they can do it over and over and over again. But if you're only telling them just bits and pieces, right? If they don't know what rod they need, if they don't know what hook they should be using, they're not going to be able to continuously fish. They're going to be coming back to you saying, hey, I want to go fishing. But teach. 3, it also diminishes the value. And so your value perception can be diminished by your results solely depending on you. Now, I'm not saying you may meet with your clients once a week. I mean, I meet with my clients one-on-one once a week, but you also may meet with your clients twice a week. You may be selling a product, so therefore you're not, maybe you're selling that product to your client or your customer, but you're not there when they're using it. That's okay. If they purchase it from you, or if they're working with you, they want to see that the systems or the product that you're giving them is something that's sustainable. It's something that works, that the promise that they bought into, they can expect that deliverable. I feel like that's just integral. If it only kind of is depending on you being available to them, that's not sustainable. And so if you're trying to increase like the willingness to have a customer or client invest in your high ticket offer, you really want to talk about the tangible, traceable outcome, the data, not just thinking about what the features or the benefits of it. You want to make sure that you are focusing on that and you're pushing that you're really focusing on empowering your client to think for themselves and to create for themselves. And you're just there to coach or support them along the way. The other thing is, when you're creating a codependent high ticket offer that the results and outcomes solely depends on you, that's going to be difficult to scale. It's going to be difficult to scale. It's going to be challenging because there's only so much time within a day. And so you may not have like the skills and knowledge needed to expand, right? They may not, because if they're buying into something that they can only use at that time, or it's only going to last them while they're in your presence, once they leave you, are you training them or you're teaching them in a way that they can now take what you have given them and then now duplicate it or implement it in the way to create an outcome? This is a very important process. If I can only get an outcome when I am sitting beside you or when I'm sitting in your classroom, this is not sustainable and or supportive for the customer or client, and it's definitely not sustainable or supportive for your company. So when you're thinking about scaling, we have to scale in a way that we can now duplicate systems in our processes. I think about the hotel industry, whether it's the Pinnacle, whether it's Embassy. When you first walk in, there's an experience and I think about the scent. There's a fragrance and or smell. Now, it's important that the company understands that this is the company model. It's important that the company understands that this is the expectation of the company, where when a client or customer walks through their front door, they want to have this fragrance that they smell. And whether they're in Illinois or Michigan, this is something that their customer or client is experiencing. Now, once the managers understand that expectation, they can now manage to make sure that that fragrance or scent is in the storage room every single month. They can make sure that that fragrance and or scent is sprinkled or sprayed throughout the entrance, the doorway every single day. Why? Because they're managing the process and the system of expectation and not so much the person. It doesn't matter if Susie or Sam or Samantha is at the front desk. The company has an expectation that they're able to submit to. Not so much who is there, when they're there, but the expectation is managed. And that's the way you scale and or duplicate your brand, your company, your offer. It's by creating a duplicated or repeatable process that can be instilled and executed by those that are trained to do so. That's how we scale. And so last, it's your availability. Your availability is limited. I don't know about you, but wearing so many different hats as being a mom, a business owner, a student, whatever the case may be, you probably wear just as many hats as I do and maybe more. But the importance is your availability is not unlimited. When I meet with my client, I encourage them along with myself. We create a client communication contract alongside just a regular contract. Reason being is in order for me to show up in the best way possible, I have to now advise my client what to expect from me because I expect something from them as well. There is a buy-in. I'm going to do my part, but I also have the expectation of you doing yours. And so I let them know what days of the week am I available? What time of the day am I available? How should they communicate to me or reach out to me via email or Voxer or whatever the case may be? They cannot just come through my phone and call me any time of the day and expect to get an answer. This is creating the culture of expectation within your company. When you think about the contract, it is important, but then also what are the expectations that you have of your client? When I think about buying a cashmere scarf, in the scarf there's the seam of the scarf. Sometimes there's a label sewn into it very delicately. And it tells you that if you expect to get the best wear out of that scarf, that maybe you should wash it first, or maybe you should put it in the dryer, or maybe you should allow it to air out for a couple of days. It gives you instructions because they want you to have the best experience and the best outcome possible. But in order for you to experience that, you have to do your part. You have to do your work. So outside of purchasing the scarf, you now have to do some nurturing or some work with the scarf in order to be able to have the best experience. And that's kind of what you want to do when it comes to your clients. You want to let them know you want the best experience with me. So this is what I am willing to promise you because I have a buy-in in the relationship and I have to show up and deliver in a certain way. But then also I expect something from you as well. And these are the things I expect. And if you follow these instructions, you will then get the promised transformation and or outcome. I hope this helped someone. I hope this helped you as you begin to craft those compelling offers, those high ticket offers within your company, within your business that will allow you to not only attract the customers and clients that you want, but then also to create the culture in your business that you desire. When you're getting started, let's say you haven't quite generated over $250,000 in your business, sometimes creating the system or understanding what the system is can be a struggle because you're still trying to nail down what your preferences are. There's so many different things that you can do. There's so many different business models that you can have, but which one really works for you? And it can be tricky, so I'm here to connect with you. I would love to help you through that process and or journey. Please feel free to click the link below and connect with me. Join our newsletter. Right now, we are still running where you can connect and do a business impact hour with me. It's a one-on-one setting. And you will get your video from the session. You'll get your strategic operational plan from the session. And we literally do an overall assessment of where you are within your business and then where you desire to be. And we create that strategic operational plan of execution so that you can actually get there. And it has been an amazing experience with being able to work with business owners this far. And I'm looking forward to continue that process. So please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I look forward to connecting with you again soon. Have a great day. Bye.